Woo-wee! I got something for you boys and girls today. You're gonna like it. It's another coil build, and it's called the sleeper build. Yeah, buddy. Actually, you know what? This coil's been around for quite some time now. I would say a good 6-7 months. What is the sleeper build? Well, first things first, I gotta thank my boy Mike once again. If it weren't for you, Mike, yeah, you, I wouldn't be showing everyone how to build this sucker. The sleeper coil build is 2 coils made from 1 strand of wire. That's right, 1 strand of wire. And I'm gonna show you how to build her in this RDA right here. The sleeper build is sitting in this Mephisto RDA, which is sitting on the V3 Flip. 24 karat gold plated special edition. And this build, this sleeper build, is reading at 0.32 ohms. Oh yeah, and for this tutorial, I'm using 24 gauge Kanthal. And as you can see, she's chucking the vapor. What I really like about this coil is it's really simple. Flavor off of this is as good as any out of this world build out there. You know, especially with Kanthal. For me, it's an easy build, which I'll show you guys in the close-ups. But Rip says every coil's the best. Not true. Stop putting words in my mouth. Just because you don't like something doesn't mean he or she won't like it. It's all subjective. So yeah, the vapor's good, top notch. I mean, it's 2 microcoils in 1 strand of wire. Microcoils are the shit. You get nice, dense, warm to hot flavor depending on the resistance you build your coil at. With a 0.32 ohm build, this thing is chucking it. Nice, dense, hot flavor. Hot. Woo-wee, it's dense. It's thick. But that's my speed. It may be yours. Hell, you may even like to build lower. You know what? We're going to go ahead and dive down. I'm going to show you guys how to build this sucker. And then when we come back, I'm going to talk about the pros and the cons so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Capiche? Alright, so first thing I've done is I've cut about 8 to 10 inches of this 24 gauge Kanthal. Okay, first step, what you're going to want to do is take this 24 gauge Kanthal and we're going to do a micro coil build. What I'm going to be using today is this Stanley screwdriver. You can get these anywhere. I mean, Lowe's, Home Depot. I got mine at Lowe's. But the Phillips head portion is equivalent to something like a 5/64 drill bit. So I'm going to do my wraps. Pull that in, tidy it up. And the reason why I like using this Phillips head is because of this portion right here. All I got to do is just press that against there. And it tidies everything up even more. Make sure the leads are going in the same direction. One under, one over. Alright, the next step, we're going to be inserting this long lead in the positive post hole and then the short lead in this negative post hole. I'm not going to push it all the way in because I want to center this coil. Next step, tighten down the positive post and this negative post. Another thing I love about using this screwdriver, watch this. See how long these leads are? I would say they're a good 1/4 of an inch in length. Straighten it up, push it in. Okay, I'm centering it, pulling it up. It makes it so much easier than using a drill bit. And now that coil is centered. Next step, I'm just going to clip the negative lead. You don't want to touch the positive. We're going to need that bad boy. Time to wrap the second coil. I'm using this essential tool. I keep saying that, but I love this thing because I can press the coil against this sucker while I'm wrapping it and keep it nice and tight. We're going for 9 wraps, just like this one. Every wrap, we press against that little sucker right there. That little stopper. Six. 7. 8, and then on the 9th one we're going to take this over Okay, just like that, and we're going to insert it in this negative post right here. Okay, so that's what we got right now. A little sloppy, but the beauty of working with this tool is we can get it just right, and I'm going to show you. Oh, Rip, it's just a Phillips head. Well, it works for me. I'm going to leave some space, about 1/4 of an inch, just like on this side. Then we're going to tighten down this negative connection right here. Clip that negative lead. Pull this sucker out. Insert it the other way. I'm going to press it against this little stopper right here while we push it to the middle. Pull up, push, pull up, push, pull up. There we go, just like that. And she's glowing evenly on both sides from the inside out. It's exactly what you want. Booyah! And this sleeper coil is reading out to 0.32 ohms. Okay, you want to leave space between this coil and the deck. And that's for both sides as well. Alright, look at her go. Alrighty, so that is the sleeper coil build. And I'll tell you what, it's easy to build. Easy and it's efficient. Works every time. If you're the type of guy, you like micro coils, you like to wrap your micro coils or macro coils on your 5/64 drill bits, your 1/8 inch drill bits, your 3/32 drill bits, you're golden. You're gonna love it. Guarantee it. Micro coils never go wrong. Macro coils never go wrong. IMO. First, the pros. If you're a vapor and you're watching this right now, you have an RDA, like let's say something like the Zenith, or something with average size holes in those posts. You can build this sucker with ease. You can do it with 24 gauge. Hell, you can do it with 22 gauge, guarantee it. Because you're only using one strand of wire. You're not using two like most of these other dual coil setups. That leads me to my second pro, and that is because we're only using one strand of wire, you're gonna have a much better connection. For those of you guys who love your dual coils, you dually boys and girls out there, you love your dual coils? Well, if you haven't tried the sleeper build, you're in for a treat. You get a much better connection because it's one strand versus two touching each other. Okay, you notice how sometimes when you're running with two coils, one coil lights up faster than the other? Not with this sucker, because it's one strand of wire. You get a better connection through and through. They both light up just as fast. Two cons. One, this thing can be a pain in the ass to build. But you know what? Over time, with some practice, it's like riding a bike. It becomes easy. Last con, you cannot reuse these coils, okay? Because it's one strand of wire. Let's say you want to take her out. Well, you can't. You're going to have to clip both ends, which means it ruins the whole setup. Really not a big deal to me, but I know some of you guys out there, hell, I got some friends out there that have coils in the little box, okay? They take those coils out they've been using for months, put them in their little box in their hamper, okay, and then go back to them down the road, slide it back into their RDA, tighten down the connection, and vape on it. We all have our little quirks, right? I don't do that. I toss that shit. When it's done, it's done. And then I rebuild a new one. Simple as that. But I see how it can be a con for some of you. Other than those two cons, this thing's been a real treat. And I tell you what, from now on when I do dual coil builds, I think I'm going to go with the sleeper. I hope that helps. This is Rip Trippers, and remember, smoking is dead, vaping is the future, and the future is now.